Hey, Brendan Esguerra here, and today this is a little rant about the kind of people that makes me upset and it makes me hate them. I'm talking about the people who always say terrible things about the Amazing Spider-Man films and how they think Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home as well as Spider-Man No Way Home are great films, and how some of them just also disrespect the original Sam Raimi trilogy. And they include CosmonautVarietyHour, ChannelPup, as well as one particular YouTuber, Comic Book Cast 2. That idiotic douchebag with the glasses, the neck beard, and that receding hairline. The guy who rants in front of a webcam about comic book stuff, you know, and he always ends up saying terrible, terrible things about the Amazing Spider-Man, and he keeps on acting like that Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Spider-Man No Way Home are complete and utter masterpieces, when in reality they're not, and that he's contradicting himself and he's being a dumbass. I honestly think he should just kill himself, either that or just drink a big gallon of bleach. His opinions are wrong, he's contradicting himself, and he's even worse than Onision or Nikocado Avocado, and he's just like Keemstar and Leafy. He's like the Keemstar and Leafy of the comic book and nerd community. And whatever he says is bullshit, and his live streams are bullshit, and his opinions and views are bullshit. What he says is false beliefs, and he's a fraud, a total fraud. Yes, Comic Book Cast 2. And he's way too old, and I feel like that his back might break, and his butt might sag, and his hairline will disappear. And he's gonna have a heart attack. Probably even more soon or so than Nikocado Avocado. And he's also kind of crazy, much like Onision. He's gotta be on some type of drugs. I reckon he's on crack. And not only that, there's also Cosmonaut Variety Hour. And judging by his videos, not only he dislikes the Amazing Spider-Man and also he likes Spider-Man Homecoming better, along with any other Tom Holland Spider-Man film, but he also disrespects the original Sam Raimi trilogy. What kind of Spidey fan not only dislikes the Amazing Spider-Man and thinks Spider-Man Homecoming is good when it is not, but disrespects the original legendary Sam Raimi trilogy? The original Sam Raimi trilogy, the OG Spider-Man. I'm sorry, but Cosmonaut Variety Hour, he infuriates me. He makes me sick. He makes me want to throw up and kill myself. He's the kind of Spidey fan I hate. And then there's ChannelPup. Honestly, he's being pretty much just like Leafy and Keemstar, bullying other Spidey fans because of how they like The Amazing Spider-Man better and how they don't like Spider-Man Homecoming, when those other Spidey fans, I complete and utterly respect them because they're human beings too, like me. And they're normal people. And remember when ChannelPup said about us certain Spidey fans not being in school? Well, I've got news for you, ChannelPup, if you're watching this. We Spidey fans like that have been to school, and I've already been to school, and I've already graduated. I'm a graduate. And even if ChannelPup is still in school, he must be on some kind of DAT, because that's what they taught him at that little sissy school of his. Gosh, I'm not gonna say he ain't bad, but he is bad, and by bad, I don't mean like Michael Jackson bad. By bad, I mean terrible. Just terrible. ChannelPup is nothing but toxic, and he can sometimes be a little bit of a cyberbully, much like either Leafy or Keemstar, or even Onision or Nikocado Avocado. Besides, what if he ends up bringing up Jessie Slaughter? That poor girl Jessie Slaughter. I already know what she's just been through. And not only that, Jessie Slaughter has been through a terrible time with her family. She's been through several mental institutions, and she's even diagnosed with a disease that has her wheelchair bound, and she looks a little overweight and unhealthy. And I feel bad for her because they were bullying her. And she was only 11 years old at the time. And it traumatized her. And if I was still 11 years old, and if people like whoever was bullying Jessie Slaughter, as well as ChannelPup was bullying me for my own opinions and all that, and not as something sick and twisted as having an affair with Davi Vanity from Blood on the Dance Floor, then I'd be just as traumatized too, and I would be crying myself to sleep every night, and I would even have nightmares about it, considering Jessie's age at the time. And forget about Davi Vanity and what he did. I mean, it's not my problem. He ruined Jessie Slaughter's life along with those other people. No. The only ones that you should hate on are Comic Book Cast 2, the CosmonautVarietyHour, and ChannelPup. Because what they're saying is complete and utter about Spider-Man, and not just The Amazing Spider-Man and, of course, Andrew Garfield, but also the original Sam Raimi trilogy and Tobey Maguire, is complete and utter bullshit and disrespectful. God, fuck all of them. Just fuck all of them. Fuck all three of them. They're all on crack. All three of them. I don't know what kind of drugs they're on. And they're all just contradicting themselves. But me, when it comes to my favorite superhero character, that's Spider-Man, I'm not contradicting myself. I'm telling the truth, I'm being honest, and I'm not trolling. it's not like I'm Nikocado Avocado. I mean, I may be fat like him, but at least I don't do an unhealthy mukbang diet, and I don't lie about quitting YouTube every day and then making another video the next day. No, I'm nothing like him. And whenever I do something related to Spider-Man or any other of my passions, it could also be like Transformers or Bionicle or anything else nerdy or whatever. And there's my cousin Sam. Sam, sorry, I'm making a video, so I don't want to be disturbed. I am joined by my little cousin Sam, and please, Sam, could you get out of the room? Kuya doesn't want to be disturbed as he does his video, so, anyway, anyway, Sam, please, yeah. So, anyway, ignore that little disturbance by my cousin Sam. So, anyway, regarding Comic Book Cast 2, Cosmonaut Variety Hour, ChannelPup, and all those fuckers out there who complete and utterly disrespect Spider-Man, and they don't understand how great not just the Amazing Spider-Man films were, but also even the original Sam Raimi films were. Well, they don't understand. They don't see things clearly, and they don't understand how great both the Amazing Spider-Man and the original Sam Raimi films were, and actually enjoyed them like I did. And they don't see the flaws in what makes Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Spider-Man No Way Home terrible. And also everything else in the MCU terrible. Just terrible. So please just, unsubscribe to Comic Book Cast 2, Cosmonaut Variety Hour, and ChannelPup, because what they're saying is bullcrap, and they're completely wrong about Spider-Man, and what they're seeing is flawed, and they don't see things straight, and they don't even have their bearings straight, and they don't even know how to grow a pair. And I bet Comic Book Cast 2 not only is old, he has neck beard, his hairline is receding, he also has a small dick. And he can't fuck a girl well. And not only that, his dick is even smaller than Plain Potatoes. Because I don't even know if Plain Potatoes has a small dick. I'm just glad but I don't want to see his dick. I also don't want to see Comic Book Cast's dick. Besides, I don't want to end up like Malu Travejo after she saw Lovely Peaches' pussy. Besides, Lovely Peaches was like 19 at the time, making her an adult, while Malu was underage. And Malu was traumatized. And I feel really bad for Malu. So I wouldn't want not just Plain Potatoes, but also Comic Book Cast 2 to flash his dick, to show that his dick isn't small. And not only that, those guys, Comic Book Cast 2, ChannelPup, and the Cosmonaut Variety Hour, are wanting what's bad for them. You know, just like how Joseph, the one, I don't really remember his name, but, you know, that kid, Joseph, you know, he keeps ranting about, you know, the problems with relationships and girls and wanting what's bad for them and what's good for them, along with problems regarding bad boys, swag, bad boys, and of course, swag fags. Well, here's the news. Comic Book Cast 2, Cosmonaut Variety Hour, and ChannelPup and all those other guys out there are just wanting what's bad for them. I mean, what would you want? A terrible and shallow cash grab at a beloved wall-crawling, web-slinging red and blue superhero character? Or a good and edgy Spider-Man reboot with Andrew Garfield, as well as the original OG Sam Raimi trilogy. That's the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. You know, what's bad for you and what's good for you as a Spidey fan. And not only that, Comic Book Cast 2, ChannelPup, and Cosmonaut Variety Hour are terrible Spidey fans, whereas other Spidey fans, including me, as well as High Top Films, and Mr.Blueberry, and a few others, are true Spidey fans. And there's a difference between terrible wannabes, and there's a difference between Spidey Fags, which are Comic Book Cast 2, Cosmonaut Variety Hour, and ChannelPup, which are Spidey Fags, versus true Spidey fans like me, High Top Films, and Mr. Blueberry. You know, the good Spidey fans versus the bad Spidey fans. And by bad Spidey fans, I mean toxic Spidey fans. And if Spider-Man does have toxic fans, then of course Comic Book Cast 2, Cosmonaut Variety Hour, and ChannelPup have to be a few of them. Whereas true Spidey fans have to include me, High Top Films, and Mr. Blueberry, and please subscribe to High Top Films, his videos are awesome, and also subscribe to Mr. Blueberry because his videos are awesome. Because they're true Spidey fans, like me. And also subscribe to me, and let's not forget that I'm also working on my Spider-Man project for my own Spider-Man reboot, which I want to actually be like a real Spider-Man project made by Sony and Marvel and stuff, and I even made concept art for it, which I will show you very soon, probably soon, depending on how I feel. So please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're a true Spidey fan, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and like this video, and stay safe out there. Until then, have an awesome day, stay safe, and I hope you like it. This has been Brendan Esguerra, signing off. Peace out. Mwah.